it's the orange guy. Yeah.
Even just to follow up on the Megaman X9, it's not really a question, but in an interview with AG, they said that if the PSP sales do good on the next Mega Man, then he's going to reconsider and do a Mega Man X9. So tell all your friends who buy the PSP version.
Yeah, unfortunately, sales for that sucked. In Japan, I think it did okay, but not so much here. It's a great game. I don't know why. Really? Yeah, otherwise, the sales just weren't as high as they anticipated, which is really sad because it was a really fantastic game that I would have really liked to see X4 on PSP.
I did have a question. Did anyone in this room beat Mega Man 1 without doing the select?
Yes.
Yes.
Took hours.
Yes.
Okay, someone guy behind the lady in the green shirt. Guy in the green shirt. Yes. That's the first brief part of it. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Well, there were some, I know a lot of rumors, like, 6 to 8 months ago, about, like every 6 months a new rumor comes up, somebody's going, oh, Capcom! But it just kind of pissed to the wind, so, thankfully.
Okay, Sonic Youth. That would be nice.
They might do it. I would think like something maybe in the X series might be more likely. It's hard to say. They were kind of going that way with Mega Man X5 and 6 with Wily, and then they just kind of dropped it. If someone does do it, I have a feeling it's probably not going to be in the Funai though. They'll probably just kind of sign each other or whatever and have someone else come up with the story.
I have a microphone now.
Okay, in the X series, we see Dr. Kane's alive until, well, I think the last time we see him is X4, but in Maverick Hunter, he dies during the Day of Sigma. So, which one do you think is the accurate timeline, or do you think they'll retcon it?
Plot hole. What do you expect? Capcom knows.
Yeah, they never explained that either. Which was really neat to have at the Sigma video. I wish it would have been a little more accurate if they're going to go along with the original timeline. But, you know, we'll take what we can get.
I can say a reinvention. Yeah, they were a reinvention of the series rather than, like, yeah, retcon. Yeah, didn't they say that they were going to, you know, kind of clean up all this crap? the 5 and 6.
What's the fire on your forehead?
They're really cool, right?
Hi, Leo. I'm Echo, by the way. I haven't checked the rumors lately, but is there any chance at all that, I know they ended it, but is there any chance at all that Battle Network is going to be the next installment?
I really wish they would, but at this point it's been so long since Battle Network 6 came out that I really doubt it. And the anime and the manga, they're all finished. So it would be really nice. I think they could have gone further with it, but you know, they had to move on to Star Wars. So
That's like, that's like number 7.
We might see something else if it's like a side story, like a Battle Chip Challenge or a transmission at some point. But I've actually heard, probably better if I don't name my sources, but my understanding from a few different people is that Viz and Chopro, they actually have like a heavy stake in the like Star Force and Battle Network and that stuff. So while Capcom does the games, they do a lot of the other stuff, and that can be a hurdle that would have to be overcome, because if they don't want to do, you know, cartoon or toys or whatever, then they might not be able to go through with it.
Alright, Night in the Red,
Okay. Very nice. Never mind.
Is there any chance? What?
Do you ever think Zero will ever have his own game?
What's this? Someone so, some people would say that he's had plenty of his games since X4.
Hi. Do you think there'll be any more collaborations with Hideo Kojima? With like Solar Boy Django?
You mean with like Star Wars?
With Bell Network? With the Sun Solar Girl?
I thought you said Solar Boy Django, so I was like,
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah, I believe.
J-A-N-J-O.
Yeah, they the creators. Who was it? Inakune and the other creator of Solar Boy Django. I think it was their kids, wasn't it? That were both really into each of the other series, and so they both agreed to include characters from both of their series. And that's why you'll get Solar Boy Django as a side quest in the later Battle Network games. And there's also hidden stuff in Solar Boy Django of Mega Man Battle Network.
And do you think there'll be more? Possibility.
Well, since the Battle Network series is pretty much done, they really unfortunately,
Just to add on to that, I think I heard something about, like, in Japan, they were rebooting the DS Octai series, or whatever they're calling it now, Lunar Nights or something, with the Star Force, but they've been cutting some of the stuff out of the American versions for some reason, so.
One more question, and I'm going to start the raffle.
There's some cherry in there, come on.
You right here.
What do you think Master Thomas's plan at the end of ZX had? What's Master Thomas's plan at the end of ZX had?
That's a real head scratcher, now, isn't it?
Well, I don't know exactly what his plan is yet, but going by evidence, you've seen that beard of his, right? That huge beard. I think he's probably going to use enough hairspray on that it'll be able to deflect plasma, and the result is going to wind up flooding the earth. And you can see where this is going.